Hi folks, today we're going to have a look at one of the latest offerings from Olight, the Javelot Pro. And just to mention, first and foremost, it didn't come with these little knocks that you can see on the video and some of the grubbiness there. I got this on the day that they came out, and it's had a lot of use. The dogs have trodden over it, I've dropped it, it's been rained on, etc, 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 etc. I tend to favour throwers, to be honest with you, which is why I do like this light. As you can see, it's got a large smooth reflector, and nestled in down at the bottom there, that's a Cree XHP 35 neutral white version, de-domed. It throws, I think I said about 1,080 metres worth of throw on there. The operation is very, very simple. We have the side switch and we have a tail switch. The tail switch is on and off, obviously, but also the side switch can also be used to switch it on and off. Regardless of how we switch it on, the side switch here will cycle through our 4 modes, and it will also turn it off, as will the tail cap. Will also turn it off. There are some shortcuts to momentary turbo as well, but generally speaking, that's your operation. Now, it comes in this rather nice case. As you can see, it's pretty substantial. It comes with a holster. They do another kit that comes with various other accessories, but this is just the standard kit. You can buy I say spare batteries. You're basically getting the entire back end, you know, including the tail cap. If you want to get that, didn't come with that. Sorry if I didn't mention that. It didn't come with that. That's an optional extra. As with a lot of the Olights, we have the magnetic tail clip that we can plug into any USB source, and it will turn red when it's charging and green when it's fully charged. So, in terms of its power modes, there are 4 power modes to it, and just to look over my shoulder there and just read them out to you, we have the turbo, which is 2,100 lumens. It'll run at that for 10 minutes and then drop to 1,000 lumens. And Olight is saying there we'll get 10 minutes plus 130. The next level down is 600 lumens for 5 hours. That's quite a jump, 600 to 2,000. I probably would have liked to have seen something a little bit more in between, but you guys decide. Your next level down is 150 for 23 hours, and then 15 lumens for 8 days. So there's kind of a bit of an unusual spread there, isn't there? Or at least to me there appears to be. But that's not put me off or really affected me. I'm just mentioning it to point out that it does have that rather strange jump between 600 and 2,000 odd lumens. As you can see, and as you'd expect from anything from Olight, it's very, very well built, but the one thing that does strike out is this very, very deep, is aggressive the right word, aggressive type pattern, that really, really assists with the grip of the torch. I mean, even with gloves on, you know you're not going to be dropping this. That's really, really helps. And the button here, that's a really, really nice textured rubber, and it's also your power indicator as well. So it's telling us there that we've got more than 75% power. I think if it drops below, if it's below 35% to 75%, it's orange, and then it will go to red. So we've got an indication there of the power. So let's take it out and see what it can do. Hi folks, I'm out with the Olight Javelot Pro. I'm starting off on its lowest setting at 15 lumens. These throwers, they don't do a bad job of using such a low amount of power. I mean, it is just about getting out to about 30 metres there, but we'll just pop him up another step up to its 350. You can see now that's hitting that distance very, very nicely. As we move down the side of this lake here, we're getting out towards 100 metres now, and it's still doing it. Popping up to its 700 lumen setting. As you can see, that's much more acceptable when you put that at kind of a closer range like this. Yeah. Apologies for this, it's another dog awful night, and I hope that it's not going to ruin the audio. Moving along the side of this lake, come on, focus. 150 metres, no problem at all. The far side of the lake, 250 metres again, no problem. So when I was saying on the desktop review there about kind of the spacing, the 700 lumens, as you can see, is perfectly acceptable. And now let's bump him up to its turbo, and hopefully that was immediately apparent there. And now the camera's struggling with that, as it does with all throwers. I mean, it's just way too bright, and the camera's going, oh my god, how do I correctly expose what I'm seeing? As you can see, it's just washing out. And moving now along the side of this lake, up towards 150 metres there. I mean, that's just like daylight. The far end of the lake, 250 metres, absolutely no problem at all. In fact, whatever you point this light at, it'll going to have to be a long way away, well, 1,000 metres to be exact, but whatever you point this at within a reasonable distance. I mean, where can you see more than 250, 300 metres? You know, it's a hell of a way. So whatever you're going to point this light at, you're going to light it up very, very well. And I don't know whether you can notice something else on the camera. I certainly can, and this is it's a personal preference choice, but I like the tint of this LED better than the really white come bluish ones. I do prefer a little bit more of an orangey tint. I don't want to go too low on the Kelvin scale. You know, I don't want to go down to 3000, something like that. But this colour tint here, to my eye, is very, very pleasant, and it's just got a slightly larger beam profile. Slightly larger spot, that's a better way to describe it, than your average thrower, or at least the ones that I've tried. And as you can see, the peripheral light as well is quite outstanding. So I'll carry on with it. I'm on its turbo now. What have I been on there? A few minutes. It's starting to get pretty warm. I'll carry on, and if there's anything notable to tell you, I might just refire the camera up, but if I don't, I'll leave it at that. Thanks very much, folks.